All right. Turnabout beginnings. Let's see what this is going to be about. The girl. Let her go. Shut up. Come closer and I'll kill her. Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. Looks like a woman, though. Sorry, but you're not gonna get the chance. Oh, it's a movie. Oh, no. I'm reading through the file of an old case. It was the first case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey. Kidnapping, murder, sentence, death penalty. After escaping, Falls met with then murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, recaptured on Eagle Mountain about 8 hours earlier. 8 hours after his escape. Her very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. That was a whole year before Mia and I ever met. 6 years earlier, Mia Fey, first trial. Okay, so we're going... are we playing Mia Fey again? But I thought... Well, anyway, okay. Ugh, I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm going to die. I never should have accepted this case. Good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia. I didn't do nothing, I swear. I didn't kill nobody. Terry Falls. Terry Falls. My first client. Sentenced to death 5 years ago, and now a prison escapee. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. So why did you escape anyway? I'm sorry. I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. I didn't escape from nowhere. But Mr. Falls, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago. Sorry. I told a little lie. Sorry, I told a little lie. Maybe that should be his voice, because he sounds kind of... He comes off a bit dumb.
I suddenly this great weight fall on my chest. Oh, it's boobs. Big ol' chest balloons.
What the fuck? Sorry. I told a little lie. Oh, boy. But anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed nobody. I'm sorry for asking, but you're on death row, right? I'm really sorry. They sentenced me to die 5 years ago, but I was tricked, I tell you. That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear it, I didn't kill her. I could never do that. Two days ago, he escaped from the police wagon, then it crashed. When it crashed. Then about 8 hours later, a policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. The police believe that Terry Falls did it. After you escaped, did you meet a policewoman? Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped. So that much is true. He did meet with the victim. But I didn't kill her. She was alive when I left. She was alive. It's true. I can trust him, right? I mean, I should. Oh my god, it's fuck. It's Godot. It's Godot. It's Godot pre-mask or pre-HMD, whatever. You're not going to figure out the truth by just staring at the guy. Why are you here? I came to see how our little kitten was doing all alone in the big scary lion's den. I thought maybe you'd like someone to play with. Where is Mr. Grossberg? That old man is probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando. Diego Armando. You knew you could do... You could look good without the mask, but... Oh, God. Oh, God damn it. Blue never change. No, I want to... fuck is edgy, baby. Yeah, we're about to see Edgeworth again, I think. I didn't say. So, Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices is here for me. No, you've got it all wrong. Today, you're the finest. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine, an escaped death row convict for our first client. Yeah, thanks. I sure wish I could get out of it, though. Relax. I just heard some good news. The prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well. Really? However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned the reputation as a genius since beginning his law career. Genius? Well, it's about time to head in, kitten. Sharpen those claws of yours. Sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time. So he wasn't even a prosecutor back then. He was a fucking defense attorney, I guess. We definitely got to find out why he became Godot. A solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. And that's why my client ran away from. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him, but not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple childlike voice, I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth. Oh boy, it's a different judge. Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Falls. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. This is a very young Edgeworth. Holy crap. I understand the lawyers for both sides are newcomers. Yes, Your Honor. I'm Mia Fey. Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. Your Honor. So you're the new prosecutor everyone is talking about, eh? They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age. At 20, Your Honor. I guess our little kitten hasn't earned herself much of a reputation yet, huh? Come on, Mia, you can't lose. Not to someone younger than you.
get you, baby.
Yeah, I knew he wouldn't get through that. Young people running a trial, and I'm not too sure. Young people running a trial. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Now then, the defense in this case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon, is that correct? Precisely. But the defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. On the day the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered. So we're here to determine if Mr. Falls was responsible for her death? You got it, kitten. He still drinks coffee. Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement. Yes, Your Honor. It was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Falls, was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old. A truly horrible crime. I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted. Correct. But in the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony. I think I need to make him sound a little bit more younger. That's what I'm trying to do. A certain witness's testimony. A witness's testimony? The testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted this criminal. She arrested Mr. Falls at the scene and later testified against him. She said she witnessed Mr. Falls throw his young victim into the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. So Miss Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away. That policewoman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be exactly. The victim, the same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Valerie Hawthorne. Aha, I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago, with only one thing on his mind, to take revenge against the woman who convicted him. Aha, the truth is becoming clear to me now. Huh? Yes. It's quite obvious that the defendant is guilty. Wait a minute, that's not right. At least hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor. Watch yourself, Miss Fay. I'm not sure I care for your word choice or your tone of voice. Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders. Why, you're even younger than me, you hypocrite. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness. I mean, I don't like this judge. He immediately jumped to conclusions. I call the detective who was in charge of the initial investigation of this case. A young Dick Gumshoe, right? Witness, state your name and occupation. Gumshoe, Dick Gumshoe. I am the homicide detective in charge of the case, sir. I finally got promoted to the detective division half a year ago. I don't believe anyone asked you about that. Hey, ma'am, you got any idea how much work it takes? What is it? You're really gorgeous. Excuse me? He's fucking flirting. You're really gorgeous. Of course he's flirting with Mia. Excuse me?
No, seriously, my heart, it's aching for you.
Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so quick that something other than your heart will ache.
Okay, I got it. Now, Detective, tell us about the incident.
Everyone else looks younger than Gumshoe simply has a different jacket on.
Yes, sir. Right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran on the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. That much is already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself.
Also, do we have any evidence, like... No, that's the only one, in. Okay.
The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself. Yes, sir. I gotcha. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. This is a sketch of Dusky Bridge, an old suspension bridge. And the river that runs under there is Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met there, on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was recaptured at a police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir. I see. Was the victim's blood found on the bridge? The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge. Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. And if there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there. Your Honor, if you would listen to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day. Why, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm not sure I like you wagging your finger at me as though I were some hoser. Detective, proceed with your testimony. Yes, sir.
Here we go, Mia. Hang on.
Okay now. Listen carefully, kitten. One little mistake and this guy will drink you from morning tea. Trust me and get ready. Trust me and get ready. On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Falls.
Fuck me.
And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Falls was arrested at the police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain.
Making Duke Nukem sound young, it sounds kind of weird. Because that's essentially what I'm doing.
Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge. Naturally. Now, would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination?
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination coming up.
Hey, settle down there, kitten. If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee.
I'm not trembling. It's just cold in here.
The courtroom can be a cold battlefield, all right. Especially for a beginner.
I don't need you to worry about me. I mean, the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner in here.
You got me there. But maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you've got, kitten.
It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all last night watching. This unknown person, you have no idea who it might be, right?
Sorry, but I'm afraid I do.
What?
The one who called Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Falls.
What?
The defendant? The defendant called her? Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about her phone call with Mr. Falls.
A note?
Yeah, a top secret memo that she left in her desk. According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was, indeed, the defendant, Terry Falls.
Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me?
Looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer.
It's the detective's fault. He's the one that said unknown person.
Hey now, don't make that face at me. I just said it that way because the prosecutor told me to.
Was that a trap? With that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky. Yeah, this is old Edgeworth. This is Edgeworth taking a lot of his fucking advice from Von Karma. You know, using the same tactics that Von Karma uses. So this is before Edgeworth redeemed himself. A bridge up in the mountains? But why meet there?
Because it is a very important place to defend it, that's why. What do you mean by that? If you remember 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto a bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge. Yeah, I guess that's one thing I definitely notice is like he's not dressed in his normal outfit. It is very Von Karma-esque. The very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested and handcuffed Mr. Falls. Returning to the scene of the crime. How nostalgic.
Mr. Falls had a car then?
Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right? What? You mean the defendant drove his own car? No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves.
Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything?
This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne in there. Well, that doesn't look too comfortable.
The victim, she was stabbed in the back, correct?
Yeah. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back.
We're talking about a woman here.
You can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back nice and firm. The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car?
What did the defendant have to say about this photo?
What he always says, ma'am. I didn't do it. I didn't do nothing. That's all he says. Nothing. I wouldn't say he did nothing. At the very least, we know he stole a car. It's just what he always says, Your Honor. And then he always says, sorry, I told a little lie. Or something like that. Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested. Precisely.
That certainly is some impressive police work.
Well, no, actually, it was way too close for comfort. We set up that checkpoint just after 5 p.m. We figured that Mr. Falls might try to run.
What do you mean it was too close for comfort?
The two of them arranged to meet by 4:30 p.m. And it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to that check. And it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint.
Fuck me. That was kind of close. Any later and Mr. Falls could have slipped right by.
Listen up, kitten. There's a big trap waiting for you in that testimony.
A trap?
Walk into it carelessly, and it'll leave more than just a flesh wound. Fun, huh?
No, it's not.
Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you better get some more information. And if you're going to get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. You can always look for contradictions afterwards.
The ever-famous contradictions. I sure hope I can find some of those. Was the body of the victim discovered right away?
Yeah, we were really on the ball. We found the criminal within 1 hour of the murder. It was great. We even got to say, "Don't move, we've got you surrounded."
Wait a second. Isn't there something weird about that?
The location of a suspension bridge up in the mountains. So how did they find out about the crime so quickly?
Sergeant Hawthorne must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right?
If that's what had happened, then she wouldn't have been killed. She never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Falls, but she left a note in her desk about it. If only I didn't notice it earlier. Maybe she'd still be alive.
I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone. Did not mean to fucking... I did not mean to press that. Fuck me. There is something... I mean, what's this? What the hell's this here? Also, wouldn't the knife be like jamming into? I'm not sure with this one. I'm gonna fucking... Apparently it's this. But I don't know why. Oh, hang on. Wait. Wear white scarf for identification. Oh, wait. Yeah, the whites. Yeah. I'm an idiot. Yeah, the whites wear white scarf for identification. That makes sense. Witness. Witness? What is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Faye? I'm sorry. I totally forgot what I was going to say. This is the first time I've ever had to actually address someone like this, like that.
You should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this. Say there, little kitten. Want a piece of my coffee candy?
Candy?
Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee.
Come on, Mia, shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective.
Yes, ma'am?
This photo. You said that there was nothing peculiar about it? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Then I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim.
The note?
It very clearly says, wear white scarf, what the fuck? Wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like. Thus, this special request.
I
have one very simple question for you, Detective. Where is the white scarf? Fucking scarf! Scarf! Detective? Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it. I can't seem to find it in this photo.
Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am.
And you stopped there? You should have looked for it.
The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I'd expect that she did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this?
I see the defense is a little lacking.
The scarf you are searching so desperately for,
is it this one, perchance?
Where'd you find that, sir?
On Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation.
Why? Why didn't you tell me?
I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place I know.
That hotshot sure has a flair for the dramatic.
It's not exactly white, as the caller requested. But as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for.
It looks like it spent some time in the mud.
Not surprising. It was drizzling on the mountain that day. Prosecutor Edgeworth. He was intentionally hiding that scarf for the whole time. But I'm fucking up a lot of my reading. Well, more noises. This time it's a fucking jet. The court will accept the scarf into evidence. Now, if the attorney for the defense has finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is all right with you, isn't it, Miss Fay? Boy, would I like to wrap this scarf around his smarmy little neck. Very good. Now, if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively and with hard evidence that Miss Hawthorne and Miss Falls and Mr. Falls did indeed meet on that bridge that day. Further, we'll show exactly what occurred there. That sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear it all. I can't wait to hear all. That sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear all about it. Everyone is moving on it. Everyone is moving at his own. Fuck me. Fucking hell, Reed. Everyone is moving at his whim. Don't forget, kitten. There's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. A genius, huh? Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the Vic wearing the scarf, sir. It was drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. That must have been when the scarf fell off. This all seems very convenient. Looking at this photo, you really get the sense that this bridge is very high up. It's about a 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below. Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway? Let's just say that it was a well-intentioned third party. A potential witness. So why isn't this person in the courtroom? Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify. The person in question is very delicate. The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Yeah, we're gonna try and get this witness to testify. So as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge. The truth is becoming clear to me now. Huh? Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty. Not again. That's not fair. I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. What do you mean, Who is this eyewitness? She's a college student. A female college student? That's right. Meaning she's female and a college student, ma'am. She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I came to testify for her. Maybe so, but as the attorney for the defense, I have the right to cross-examine her. For the time being, we're not relying on the witness's statements. That is all. What is that supposed to mean? The prosecution has other more decisive evidence.
Our case doesn't rest on the vague testimony of a female college student. A female college student, eh? It means that she's female and a college student, sir. What the fuck? Oh, God. 26-year-old Dick Gumshoe. And 20-year-old Miles Edgeworth. Diego Armando. If you absolutely must hear her testimony, you'll have to give us a good reason why. Please tell us about the more decisive evidence in question.
The victim is wearing a scarf in the photo, all right? So what about the witness who took this photo? What was this person doing all the way in the mountains?
She was taking photos of wildflowers, apparently. Of wildflowers, apparently.
There are many unusual types of flora on that mountain, Miss Faye.
People in the area say that it's because of the spirits that live there. Spirits? Now that you mention it, this photo, this cloudy fog-like thing, is it a ghost? I don't believe it. No, Your Honor. No, I don't think it's a ghost. It was drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on.
Drizzling, huh?
That's right. There was a light rain coming down. The whole place was dreary. But not as dreary as the mood that's in this courtroom right now. Looks like a cold front just moved in. In any case, the point is that the area was quite damp. There was even some fog. I even slipped and fell while I was on the bridge. It was really something.
Is that part of the witness's testimony as well?
Of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down right in her stomach. I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal.
Are you talking about seeing someone get pushed, or were you the one getting pushed? Or does it mean that you pushed someone down like that once? With his mind-boggling tales and the way he said brutal, I wonder if he's Canadian.
I wonder if he's Canadian.
What does that mean? What was that supposed to fucking mean? What was that supposed to mean? You know, I've already been shit on the Californians. You know, I've already been shitting on California. This game just shat on fucking Canada.
Save your nasty look for the right person.
Huh?
Take a look. Poor baby. The court record seems to have wet itself.
Hey, watch where you spill your coffee. A court record, huh? I'm still not sure. Shove the victim down from behind. And yet... how. I think it's this. I think it's the actual photo. But I'm going to save. Nope, that wasn't it. Anyway, the criminal. Okay. But I presented the crime... What? Oh. From behind, stabbed her in the back. You know, I guess... It kind of makes sense, because why isn't, like, that's muddy, then why isn't her... Yeah, okay, alright. So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct?
Yeah, and fog, too. Just a generally soggy atmosphere.
Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere.
But this is a photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk.
Considering the conditions at the scene of the crime, something isn't right.
Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right.
I think it's just... Naturally, the answer is right here.
The victim's coat? As far as I can see, there is nothing strange about it.
That's exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and foggy. It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky Bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of the bridge, then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud.
That's exactly right. The other day I fell in a muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beard was befouled.
I do admit that the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If Your Honor had fallen in the shower instead of on a muddy street, your glorious hockey beard... Hockey or hokey? I think it's hockey. Your glorious hockey beard, the pride of the legal league, would be wet, not muddy.
Fortunately, I've yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken.
Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day? The surface of the bridge, huh?
A real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this.
Neither would a real woman. Of course I can. Here's the evidence that proves the surface of the bridge was muddy. The scarf. The evidence is this scarf. It should be obvious. If the scarf fell into the bridge, if the scarf fell onto the bridge and got this muddy, it means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud.
No, I can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo.
Hey, same to you, buddy. You just called her a bimbo. You just called her a fucking bimbo. Fucking hell.
I can't be fooled by this novice bimbo.
Wow.
Miss Faye's assertion makes perfect sense to me.
I do admit there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the bridge, the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However,
The real question is, why is there a contradiction?
Huh?
For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we?
All right. It's not like he's really giving me a choice here.
You're doing pretty well for a little kitten.
Mr. Armando.
No matter what he says, a contradiction always comes down to a lie. It's either the victim discovered in the trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that stated she saw the moment of the murder. Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? The false evidence. It's one of those three. What you said just now, I'm not sure I like that.
That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over here that said it.
This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know. Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into the court. But we won't let him. We'll expose his evidence as the flimsy scam it really is.
Yes. The false evidence in this case is...
the witness's testimony, I reckon.
It's a no-brainer. Obviously, it's the witness that's suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen?
Yeah, that's what the witness told us.
That testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all.
That's true. It's not just true, it's the truth. If there was a truly decisive witness in this case, I'm certain that boy Wonder over there would have called them in the first place.
Your Honor, the defense requests to cross-examine the eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is the only... The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all. You should brace yourself. You should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time. Very well. Please bring forth your witness at this time.
What Mr. Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth?
Now, let's proceed with the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, please go right ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her very own eyes.
This is it, Mia. The battle begins here.
Witness, what is your name and occupation?
This ain't gonna go well. Everyone is so silent I can hear their hearts going pitter-patter.
Oh. When I look at you, how can I put it? You look as scrumptious as a double and a dozen donut holes. You better not fucking...
You are way too old for her. You are way too old for her. And do not be talking about donut holes and double, okay?
You look as scrumptious as a double-double and a dozen donut holes. Okay. I feel like I want to hurry up and hand down a verdict just to have a bite. Would you fucking nut? You fucking dirty old cunt.
Hey, not so fast.
As I said before, this witness is very sensitive and delicate. Bullshit. I would ask the court to please exercise care when addressing her. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You are a true gentleman. Miss Fay, you could learn a lot from this man.
If he's such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one to me. Sir?
Yes, my dear?
This is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes.
No! Can we not fucking... No! Fuck it. We're done with this. No, we're done with this. This woman brings death whenever she goes. Ow. Ow, 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 my leg. Ow, my leg. Ow, my leg. Ow, ow, ow. All I did was fucking stretch out my goddamn leg. Oh, God. And I take magnesium. Fuck me. Still get fucking cramps in my goddamn fucking leg.
Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for all the trouble I might cause.
Not at all. It's no trouble at all.
Now then, may we please have your name and occupation? My name is, Melissa Foster. I'm a college student, a freshman in the literature department.
You were on the scene when the unfortunate event occurred, correct?
And you were the one who took this photo? Is that accurate? How can you be so mean?
Now see here, what are you doing shoving that in your face like that?
Huh? But it's just a photograph. It's not like it's something dangerous.
Next time I'll be forced to penalize you.
Uh-oh. I don't like the turn this has taken.
Of course, she's doing the exact same fucking thing.
Is she staring at me? And you would be? Huh? I'm the defense attorney. My name is Mia Fey. I see. So you are.
Now then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best.
Oh, God.
I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. Then I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. And right after that, I called the police.
By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred? I believe the map would be of help here.
I was standing right over here. I was standing in a beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs.
So you took the photo from that location, eh?
I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to.
Oh, what a cute camera. Just like its owner.
I took the witness's photo with this A small but powerful model.
All right then, Miss Fay, time for your cross-examination. But I warn you, make the witness cry again, you'll feel the wrath of my gavel.
Did you say wildflowers? Yes, the mountain is famous for its beautiful spring wildflowers. But it's only February. Well, I couldn't wait for spring to come.
Oh, I know just how you feel. It's just like when I first started growing this glorious beard of mine. I just couldn't wait, so I wore a dyed blonde Santa beard until mine grew in properly.
Would you mind if we got back to the facts of the case, Your Honor? Do you have any idea what they were fighting about? No, I have no idea. Why would you ask that? Oh, I just thought that maybe you overheard what they said. I would never eavesdrop. I've got more class than that.
That's right, Miss Fay. Don't drag the witness down to your level.
Why did you take a photo? Well, the two of them were really going at it. Ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a news reporter. I guess that part of me just kind of took over. Smells like a lie to me.
Yes, I understand completely. Even now, I can't completely abandon my boyhood dreams. I still use my grandson to test my comedy routines on.
So you wanted to be a comedian, huh? Not that it has any bearing on this. All I could do was use my camera. So I took the photo of the crucial moment and gave it to the police. You called the police? Yes, because it looked to me like the murderer was going to try to escape.
You were already moving before the call even came in. Thanks to the victim's note, we had already started our operation.
That wasn't my Edgeworth voice.
That was certainly tough luck for the criminal, eh?
If Terry Falls isn't the criminal, then there must be something strange in that girl's testimony.
Be careful, kitten. That girl has the judge wrapped right around her little finger. You're going to have a tough time poking holes in that testimony of hers.
You're going to have to come with something really good, Mia. Was there anything strange about the two of them? I'm a bad girl. I know I am. It looked like they were having a really serious conversation up there. So I decided to watch them. Some kind of peeping Tom.
No, not at all. Everyone is like that. I love watching other people fight too. In fact, I can't get enough of it. Actually, that's why I took this job in the first place.
Too much info, Your Honor.
In any case, it's perfectly natural for you to have kept watching them. Especially dressed as they were.
Well, anyway, I was watching them very closely.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay, hang on. That shows the crucial moment. I'm looking at the walkthrough, and I don't know why. I mean, I guess because she didn't really explain much, so that's also another thing. Witness. When you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you mean? All I can see in this photo are two people facing each other. You testified you saw the two of them starting to fight. Normally that's the kind of thing that would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that? Why haven't you presented a photo like that? Well, you see... The photo we presented was the only one there was. But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it. No. Don't. What is he, Homer Simpson? My apologies, young lady. Miss Faye's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit. He can certainly downplay a situation, can't he? I'm sorry. I'm a very bad girl. I used it all up. The film, I mean. You ran out of film? And this photo was the last one. What? Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all the photographs she took that day. All the other photographs are of the witness herself, playing among the wildflowers. The witness herself? Then who took the photos? Well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it. So you took photos of yourself? I remember taking some photos of myself once too. Please, no details. It seems that Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all. Wait just a minute. Wait, just a minute. Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures, eh? Mr. Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of... Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes. Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet. You're quite the poet. Very well, then. Let's get back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thoughts on the fight that you witnessed. Yes, Mr. Judge. Boy, this guy is really a sucker for sweet talk. It looks like the other kitten in the room is the one that's getting all the attention. Yeah, it's sickening. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. Oh wait, this is still... Okay, so now it's the victim turned around and tried to run away, but... hang on. "10 yards before she was stabbed in the back." Because, yeah, why does it show the... That makes sense. Okay. Witness, your testimony is a joke. Huh? What do you... What? But I just...
Miss Fay, I thought I warned you not to make the witness cry.
One short testimony and two bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse.
You say there were two contradictions?
It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area. According to her testimony, the two of them were in the middle of the bridge. But if they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run, well then, she would have hit a dead end. You said 10 yards, but she couldn't have even ran 5. Because Dusky Bridge is collapsed on that side.
What does all this mean?
It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it.
This is beautiful. This beautiful young lady has been lying to the court? Just a moment, Your Honor.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion. What do you mean? There's one major mistake in this diagram.
What did you say?
What are you referring to? It's all because this diagram was made after the incident occurred. It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it. So you're saying... I'm saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that can prove that the bridge was broken during the incident.
That's ridiculous.
You can't actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence. That guy is good.
Huh? What do you mean?
He planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, all right. That diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy.
What? That coward.
Well, Miss Fay, it seems you once again made a reckless accusation.
I'm so sorry. I should have been more careful myself.
No. It wasn't your fault at all. Now then, shall we go on with the trial? I'd like to establish once and for all what it was that the witness actually saw. Indeed. All right, young lady. May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony?
But it's so hard to go on.
We're all on your side, Miss Foster. There's no need to worry. Just tell us what you saw.
Yes, sir. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw.
Witnessing such violence must have been difficult.
Yes, sir. I'm still shaken up.
If he accepts this testimony as it is, we're finished.
Don't say that.
Oh well, maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. They make a really great maca latte.
Is it mocha or mocha? I say mocha, but you know,
Mocha latte. I guess that would make more sense for an American to say.
This trial isn't over yet.
That's what I'd like to hear. All right, Miss Fay, your cross-examination, if you please.
The contradiction is staring you right in the face, Mia. Go on the attack.
Running from the crime.
After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. I may as well just press these statements. Are you saying that the victim didn't fall down on the bridge? Actually, maybe she did fall... Of course she didn't fall down on the bridge. If she had fallen down, this photo wouldn't make any sense. If that was the case, her coat would have been all muddy. If you don't mind, I was asking the witness. No need to be so rude. Well, young lady? Of course she didn't fall down. The man in the prison uniform grabbed her before she did. We're one step too slow. And then, what did the defendant do after that? You mean the defendant carried the body all by himself? Yes. Considering the size of the defendant, I don't think that would be difficult. Yes, but let's remember they were on a narrow bridge that was ready to collapse. Is it even possible for him to have carried a dead body on a bridge like that? Well, the fact of the matter is he did. That kind of talk is just silly. Wow, why did he get so emotional all of a sudden? Miss Faye, if you think there's some other possibility, please share it with the rest of us. Why do you say that? It's already a broken down bridge hidden away in the mountains. Doing anything more to hide the corpse would be going overboard, wouldn't it? Yes, but that mountain is famous among hikers. A surprising number of people go up there. But it's February, right? And it was raining that day, correct? There's also a small temple and a channeling dojo there. You know those monks? They just love cold, isolated places. I think the witness is trying to say the corpse could have been found at any time. Besides, the witness is merely reporting that she witnessed what she witnessed with her own eyes. I'm not sure with this one either. Fuck me. This happens a lot. Alright, Dusky Bridge map on, I suppose, that. Then again, why wouldn't he just throw the body off like he supposedly did 5 years ago? Wouldn't that just, you know, get that would that would be the logical conclusion. Like, why, you know? Anyway, Anyway. A killer not wanting his victim to be found. I can understand that. However, the idea of moving a body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found. Yep, there we go. I mean, that's what I wanted to get at, but it's like, how do I fucking, like, how, you know? That's what I was thinking. Well, what is it? Take another look at the map of the area, and you'll see how. There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. If 10 murders were to occur at the same spot above Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water.
Order, order, order! I'm not sure if I care for the way you put that, Miss Fay, but I must admit it does seem odd not to have thrown the body into the river. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? How sad. Perhaps Miss Fay would do well to try taking a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature.
What are you talking about?
My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw. Quite true. Miss Fay, it seems that your assertion is without merit after all.
But what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous.
Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car. That's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us. Please, witness, go on with your testimony.
I'll try.
All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again.
Who's he talking about? All right, I'll do my best.
Broke in the trunk of the stolen car, hid the body in there. Couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge.
Why do you say that? It's already a broken down bridge hidden away in the mountains. Doing anything more to hide the corpse would be going overboard, wouldn't it?
I've already pressed her on this.
What did the man do then? Well, naturally he got in the car and was about to flee. That's when I came to my senses. I said to myself, you have to call the police.
And so that's when you called the police?
You're sure that you saw all that with your own eyes? Yes, I'm 100% certain.
Okay, what's the next part of this? Fuck me. Witness's photo or Dusky Bridge map. Alright. I don't know why this is... I'm confused now. Fucking hell.
Well, Miss Foster, it looks like you've done it this time. Done what? Made a crucial mistake.
A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Fay?
The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your own eyes? Yes, and? It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here.
Oh, the fucking cliff.
The cliff. Right. Okay, that should have been fucking... I should have taken a look at it again. God damn it. Immediately, I realized what the problem was. Fuck. Do you see what I mean? Even if you tried to see the car, this outcropping of rock is directly in the way. That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car. I admit that the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car. That's right. It's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine. I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't wash. I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court, yes? This is the location that the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge. But the outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff. Ah. Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff. But still, you claim to have been able to see the killer's car. No! Order in the court. What is the meaning of all this ballyhoo? Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it. But she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes. Oh. Mr. Judge?
What is it?
Mr. Judge?
What is it?
I think I must have remembered things wrong. Hey, wait a minute. You can't just say that.
Miss Fay, no one on the face of the planet is perfect. Yes, indeed. Quite true. You know what they say. To err is human, to forgive divine. To err is human.
I guess that's the... Okay.
I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here.
What? That's not fair.
Save the tears for later, kitten.
Mr. Armando.
Don't look back until the trial is over. Now is the time to go forward.
But that wasn't fair.
Okay, kitten. You need to relax. Then you need to remember. The other kitten's testimony.
Killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there.
So tell me, how did she know that? How did she know that that he broke into the trunk?
Aha.
Oh, Miss Foster? Well, Miss Foster, until you can explain how you knew that, you're going to have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom. Well, witness? Well, witness? Well, witness?
Fucking hell, I nearly slipped into fucking... I think I nearly slipped into the fucking Scottish voice. God damn it. Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk because there were marks left on the trunk lid. I'm certain they were scratch marks from when he broke into it.
What? Let me see that photo. It's true. They certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole. It's obvious that this trunk has been broken open. Well, Miss Fay, are you satisfied?
The judge is on her side. The judge is on her side. I can't make any mistakes here. What she just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere? Melissa Foster? It looks like you finally betrayed yourself. What? You said you were in a field taking photos of wild flowers, but even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is, when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? Finally. I finally got her.
I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here. And perhaps it would be faster if Miss Fey explained herself.
Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was... she is the owner of the car. She put the corpse in herself. She happened to be passing by. I don't... what? Okay, this one Okay, so yeah, we're just outright accusing her. There's only one way that the witness had the chance to see those scratches.
Yes? What is it?
Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. The person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it? That's ridiculous. I could never. It was the man in the prison garb. He's the one that... I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Falls had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open. But he stole the car. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light, which means that the key would have still been in the ignition. Oh, I see. Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk. No!
Preposterous! They even suggest that the witness put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took? The corpse could only have been put in the trunk when the incident occurred. And we already know that at the time she was taking photographs. Maybe the judge is a Time Lord too.
Now's your chance, Mia. Finish this thing. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter for this may not have been pushed by Miss Foster. The shutter for this may not have been pushed by Miss Foster herself.
The timer.
Let's take another look at this camera and see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it. Even a mini tripod. Why, it's almost as if she had brought this camera just to take this picture.
What are you trying to say then, Miss Fey? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed?
Well, she really did use the camera's auto timer. And the answer is yes. She was somewhere else. Exactly. She was not in the field.
Would the defense please explain further? Would the defense please explain further? Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? In answering that question, we'll also make clear Miss Foster's true identity. Well then, please answer this question.
Well, she could not even been here. Naturally, the witness was standing right here.
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Before pointing out where the witness was standing, Miss Fey should do something herself.
She should figure out where she stands, if you catch my drift. Oh, don't worry, the drift was certainly caught. Yes, failure is an excellent opportunity for growth. Now, try better next time. Okay, where... The blue V on the map. Okay. Okay, I'm thinking... Okay. So, we're thinking about when the photo took place. Sorry, I'm thinking about when the photo took place, but look, she was actually... Wait a minute. Oh, wait, hang on, no, because... Okay, so I see what's going on here. We have to imply that it was the victim. Okay. I see what's going on here. Naturally, the witness was right here. But that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing. Order, order, order! Miss Faye, what on earth? Your Honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could have only been before the defendant met the victim. How asinine. Of course Miss Falls met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls. You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne. What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Then who exactly is the victim in this photo? It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness. What? What? It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster. Me? Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Falls himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne. But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted. But since then, my client has spent five hard years in a federal penitentiary. He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore. You are just making this up as you go along. Where's your proof? I've got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. Yeah, it's the note. Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification. Namely, this muddy scarf. Fucking said scarf again! Namely, this muddy scarf. It was Mr. Falls who requested that she wear this scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. 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 I keep saying Hawthorne. Hawthorne. It probably should be Hawthorne. 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 Fuck. Because the way I say Hawthorne. So, you know, Hawthorne. 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 A thorny whore. Anyway. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster? No! We killed her. Where's Miss Foster? She's collecting herself in the lobby. It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together.
The only question is, why did she do it?
Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit.
Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies.
Yes, Your Honor.
Understood. Very well, this court is in recess.
I'm going to take a very quick break. Oh, yes, I want to save. I need to save and... Okay. Like I said, I'll be right back.
Okay, I am back now.
Let's continue this trial. All right. It's actually just past 1:14. Only 20 past 1. All right. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4. Mr. Falls, I didn't do it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I want to say thanks. You're real good. You really hooked me up. Thanks. We're almost there. Once I prove that she committed the crime.
Yeah, but there's one more big obstacle we've got to get past.
Obstacle?
Yeah, motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill that policewoman anyway?
Motive, huh?
Anyway, we're still badly in need of information.
Information, right.
What we need the most is info about this Melissa Foster herself. All we know is that she's a student studying literature. And one more thing.
What is it?
Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. The kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill anybody. I never lie. Mr. Falls, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago.
Okay, I trust you. That day, 5 years ago, I dream of it every day. This picture, it reminds me of everything. The bridge looks the same, just like then, 5 years ago. Like it could fall apart any minute.
So it's been broken like that for at least 5 years.
Sorry, buddy. But you sound like the one that could fall apart at any minute. It's true. I did kidnap her. 5 years ago, I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne.
What the? Hang on a second. Hang on a fucking second. I knew the fucking name was like odd. I was like, I couldn't remember if she changed her name or not, but I was like, Melissa. Okay. No. Dahlia Hawthorne. I knew there was something wrong with the fucking name. I knew there was something wrong with the name. God damn.
Anyway, 5 years ago, I kidnapped My girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Your girlfriend? Huh?
Hey, hold on there. Did you say Hawthorne?
The victim's last name.
Dahlia Hawthorne. Valerie's little sister.
Hang on. Dahlia. Where the fuck? No, hang on. I'm going crazy. No, I'm going crazy. I am, aren't I? I am going crazy. I'm going crazy. Hang on. Dahlia Hawthorne. Melissa Foster. No, I am going crazy. Fuck me. God damn it. I am going crazy. Wait, no. What? No! Okay, no! It is! Dahlia Hawthorne. That was the fucking name of it. No, I'm not going crazy. I'm not going crazy. It was her fucking name. I knew I heard the name Hawthorne somewhere, and I was fucking suspicious over her calling herself Melissa Foster. I knew I wasn't going... Okay, alright. Okay, I wasn't going crazy. I wasn't going crazy at all. This bitch. This bitch. She is really fucking suspicious. I mean, she tried to frame, Phoenix. And she also, killed, I mean, she's a killer. She is a killer. Okay. So she's still alive. She didn't die at all. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is, whoops, this is all coming together now. Also, talking about the monks and that do channeling, I thought Mia Fey would speak up a little about that one, but I guess she didn't. Right.
Dahlia Hawthorne. Valerie's little sister.
What? Are you serious? The girl. Let her go.
Shut up. Come closer, and I kill her.
Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. The detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne. At first I thought shooting someone for a kidnapping was crossing the line, but if it was to protect her little sister, I can understand why she did it.
Wrong. No protect sister. Valerie betrayed me. Valerie betray me. Betray us.
What do you mean she betrayed you?
Everything. All lies. All make-believe. Kidnapping, too.
A make-believe kidnapping?
Dahlia, my girlfriend, my love, my teen angel.
Did he actually say my teen angel? He's seen one too many soap operas.
I'd do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says.
Anything Dahlia says? Hold on a minute. What you're saying is the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by...
Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie, too.
Valerie was in on it?
Dahlia's family rich. Jewelry business. We get one jewel. That's what we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap note. We send her dad. Ask for $2 million diamond. Tell him make exchange on Dusky Bridge. We tell him Valerie make transfer cause she knew detective.
Having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, all right. In the end, you were planning on splitting the 2 million 3 ways, huh?
Yeah, but that woman... That woman, Valerie, she do it for real. She shoot at me for real. Me and Dahlia. I was shot in arm. Dahlia, she jump in river.
So she faked her own death. She faked her own death. Jump? You don't mean she jumped on purpose, do you?
I couldn't do it. I could never push her. Anyway, I blacked out. Wake up with police all over.
And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence.
I couldn't believe it. That woman, she betrayed me.
That man, Terry Falls, he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below. 40 feet below.
These 5 years, all I wonder is, why? Why did she lie? That's all I want to know.
So that's why you called her. You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself.
Yes, but I forget what she looked like, so I tell her to wear scarf. I don't want to hurt her. Just ask why. Why? Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? I just want to hear answer come from her mouth. That's all.
So that's why you made a crazy escape like that. Just one more thing, Zebra Boy. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Falls. Tell me, Mr. Falls. Where is it? Huh? Where's what? Come on now, kitten. The ransom. The $2 million diamond? Remember that now? Did you give it back to the Pops? Did you give it back to Pops? Did the police take it?
I don't know.
Huh? You don't know?
No, really. I don't know. It's gone. With Dahlia.
With Dahlia? With Dahlia?
That day, on the bridge, Dahlia put it in backpack.
Wait a minute. Hang on a second. I just had to check the Dahlia Hawthorne again. Yeah, Dolly. Dahlia, put it in backpack. Now gone with Dahlia. Gone forever. Into Eagle River. It disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute. You can come back in now. We're about ready to go. Mr. Falls, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne? Hawthorne? Never found her. My sweet Dahlia. They never found her. They never found her. Swallowed by river. Gone. Dahlia. My teen angel. Your teen angel? How old was she anyway? Just 14. That would make him 20. I mean, it's not as creepy if he was like fucking 40 years old, but it's still kind of awkward. Extremely fucking like awkward and really. But then again, she might not be the age she says she is. Or she was. So, you know, there's that too. Okay. This entire fuck me. Just 14. 14? I guess you were robbing cradles before diamonds. She's actually 79. Good skincare does a lot. 79. That would be pretty fucking funny. It'd be very funny if she was like immortal or something. It's like, oh wow, we've already got magic and spirits and all this. We may as well just add fucking immortality. She plans a fake kidnapping and disappears into the river with a rock worth 2 mil. Man, oh man. Angels these days. Falls takes the fall. Gets a one-way ticket to death row. Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel? Was she really a... It's time, kitten. It looks like we have a few more aces up our sleeve now. You bet. The training wheels come off now, Mia. You've got to strike while the iron is hot. That's one of my rules. Remember it. I mean, we all know the Doctor is 100% is totally canon to this universe. Works with the police. And yet all he does is work on a fucking computer all day. He doesn't even go out and do detective work. He just fucking hangs out on the computer. Now then, let's continue with the trial of Mr. Terry Falls. Witness, are you feeling better? Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best. You're a brave young lady. Not this again. I can understand a defense lawyer wanting to get her client off the hook. However, to try to pin the crime on an innocent student is... What are you talking about? My witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime, that's all. What possible reason would a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman? It's certainly hard to imagine this woman as a murderer. Yeah. Yeah, certainly hard to imagine, but she fucking is. She fucking is. He's a time traveler. He could do that and be back in time for breakfast 3 times. Her motive, huh? I figured that's what I had to establish next. Well, Miss Faye, do you have any evidence of a motive? Yes, of course. I think. You're still acting as tame as a kitten. You're still acting as tame as a kitten. Mr. Armando. Listen, a lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Ah, so it was him that fucking taught her that. Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is a mark of a pro. Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that. Excuse me. May I speak, Mr. Judge? Of course. Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like. I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's why. I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true. Now see, you're such an honest and upstanding young lady. It looks like this witness is a real professional. What do you mean? Look at that 100-watt smile. Look at that 100-watt smile. Just when things are darkest for her, click. She lights right up. Very well then, let's hear what the witness has to say. I am very much interested in what this witness has to say. But first, I have some Smarties. Good old Smarties. The Smarties. Which, by the way, Smarties in... I think Smarties in the US are like fucking candies. But not... But Smarties in Canada and England and Australia are chocolate. Like candy-coated chocolate. Like similar to M&M's. So, yeah. I love Smarties. Ow. But I do like M&M's as well. All right. I was out of the country until the year before last. Until I entered college. I had never even been to Eagle Mountain before. And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago. Or kidnapping a poor girl. I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster. Smarties are like chalk in the US. Yeah, like a chalk candy thing. But yeah, the Smarties we have over here are better. Like I said, candy-coated chocolate. Or candy, it's probably, I don't know, it's, what do you call, like, what M&Ms are, you know? I guess they are candy-coated chocolate, but yeah. They don't exactly have a flavor, it's just the chocolate, you know? Like, the outer shell. Oh, no. I think the ones in England, I think the orange ones, they taste like they have an orange flavor to them. I think. Anyway. Out of the country, eh? Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder. Indeed. You're up to bat, kitten. Sharpen those claws and put in your best smile. You bet. Somehow I have to tie her to this case. Because she is Dahlia Hawthorne. So what country were you living in then? We were all living abroad. But after my parents were killed...
It was a brutal civil war. She had to try to make her way back home alone.
I lost everything. I didn't even have any personal identification. What kind of sob story is this? What do I do? Should I press her for details? Witness, answer my question. I'll even repeat it for you. What country were you in?
Your Honor, this line of questioning is childish. What country she was in and how many languages she may speak are irrelevant here. What we're here to evaluate is whether this witness has any connection to this case.
I've lived abroad ever since I was a little girl. That's why I could never have known Mr. Falls or Detective Hawthorne.
Yes, I think we've established that point. Yes, indeed. Well then, shall we add what you've just stated in the official testimony?
Yes, please, Mr. Judge. You didn't know either person? Are you certain of that? Are you certain of that? Yes, I'm afraid I'm rather shy around people.
Oh well, that can't be helped.
Why is he just agreeing with everything that comes out of her mouth?
The first time you saw either of them was when they were on the bridge, correct?
Yes, it really was a coincidence. So what made you decide to go to Eagle Mountain anyway? I just love being outdoors. Picnics, hiking, you know, that sort of thing. You don't look like much of a hiker to me, but you do look like a digger of sorts. But Eagle Mountain is a 2-hour drive from here, and no trains run through there. There are plenty of mountains that are closer and easier to get to. Well, I went there once with the college hiking club. I fell in love with its stark, desolate beauty, and its cold yet romantic gloominess.
Didn't know you were such a goth.
That sounded more like my Phoenix Wright voice. That's the trouble. It's like I'm slowly slipping into Phoenix Wright, but like with a higher tone. By the way, what's the name of your college?
The prosecution objects to any questions that involve the witness's private life. All that matters is that she is a material witness to a crime. The witness doesn't need to respond to questions that are clearly malicious in intent.
Thank you. She's really gone too far.
Miss Faye, you're treading on thin ice here.
I hardly said anything. Talk about sensitive. Perhaps, but your behavior that day was very suspicious. Not only have you contradicted yourself in here in court, but you know things you shouldn't. For example, the scratches on the trunk of the car. Well, that's...
Unfortunately, Miss Faye, your last statement proves nothing.
Oh, really? And why is that?
The witness came to the police station once to identify the suspect. It's entirely possible that at the time an officer showed her this photo. That seems like a rather serious mistake. The oldest trick in the book. The oldest trick in the prosecutor's book. In the prosecutor's book. Fuck me.
That's not fair. That wicked inmate. I'll never be able to forget that horrible day. A grudge? Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death.
Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such a deep anger against her. So much anger that he forgot his own guilt.
My client has always maintained that he's innocent of those charges. He seems rather forgetful. Your client, I mean. Not only did he forget about what he did, but he also forgot the poor policewoman as well. What do you mean by that? Your client, he forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well. Well, she's right about that. Mr. Falls is kind of forgetful. You said he forgot what the detective looked like. What did you mean by that? Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right?
Quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification.
Why, if I had been wearing a white scarf that day, then he probably would have tried to kill me.
That's true. He's clearly a bitter man.
This is bad. Mr. Falls' reputation just keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it's best not to poke too deep. What should I do with that last statement? Your Honor, what the witness said just now was tremendously important. I'd like it added to the official testimony.
The prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is a killer and a mentally unbalanced one at that. That testimony only helps to further prove that point.
No, that's not why I...
Enough. Witness, if you would.
My pleasure, Mr. Judge. What do you mean by lucky? Well, it's February now. Everyone is wearing scarves. If I had accidentally worn a white scarf, like he said...
Then you yourself might have been killed. That would have been a terrible loss for this world. It looks like you pressed too hard this time, kitten.
Mr. Armando,
keep looking around and you're going to lose sight of the finish line. Justice is blind, but she's not deaf. Sometimes you have to know when not to talk.
Witness, I want you to look at this photo you took. It's hard to see in the photo, but look at the scarf the victim wore as identification.
Are you talking about this scarf right here, eh?
Yes, that's it. The scarf the policewoman was wearing.
Is that Godot without his mask?
Yeah, to explain what you missed, that's Armando. And yeah, we meet him like at the start of this this case, which, you know, it's 2 acts, so yeah. But it seems like Godot was partners with Mia before he became Godot. Anyway, I've got her now. Just don't mess up. But that's strange. In your testimony, you stated the following. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf.
What?
This is the scarf you identified as belonging to the victim. But it certainly doesn't look white to me. Oh.
Well, it was foggy that day, and it was raining as well. It's not surprising that she mistook it for white.
Sorry, but not this time. The witness just confirmed that it was the victim's scarf.
Yes, but what's the significance? It's true that the scarf doesn't look white, but...
There's only one explanation for this. There's only one explanation for this mix-up. The reason why the witness thought the scarf was white is... well, it's gotta be this. Witness, have you ever seen this note? Note? No, never. To be frank, you see him being a defense attorney. Even as a prosecutor, he's always fair and plays by the books. Other than Edgeworth, he's probably the most honest prosecutor we'd met. Yeah, he's one of the good guys. It's top secret evidence. There's no reason that you would have. I wonder about that. What do you mean? This note shows Mr. Fall's instructions to the victim regarding their meeting. It says, wear white scarf for identification. White scarf? Witness, you knew what this note said. And it's because you knew that you slipped up and mistakenly said white scarf. Well, Miss Foster? No! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation. Actually, I just realized the fucking voice I'm doing for him is the same voice as, like, the first judge from the, from the Harvey Birdman, series. Not Mentok. The other guy, the caveman guy, I think. Mr. Birdman, you better have a damn good reason for what you're trying to insinuate here. Fucking... of course. Of course. There's a Harvey Birdman attorney at law video game too. I think it was on Wii. I actually I haven't even thought about this game in such a long time. I haven't even played it, but Harvey Birdman, attorney at law, platforms. Yeah, it was only released on Wii, PlayStation 2, and PlayStation PSP. So yeah, PS2, PSP, and Wii. I imagine it would probably play similar to these games. It was published by Capcom. Holy shit. It was published by Capcom. Well then, that changes everything. I mean, it's got to be like these games, right? Yeah. Some people are saying an Ace Attorney clone. So I don't know, maybe one day I gotta play it. We'll have to, Yaha fiddly dee it because I don't know if it released in Australia. PAL. Yeah, I'm not seeing, it didn't release, it did not release outside of, North America. All right. Yeah, that's interesting. All right. Anyway, that little tangent. Just had to find that out. But yeah, I mean, published by Capcom, I mean, Ace Attorney is also a Capcom game, so, you know, like, it's perfect. Anyway, not the same developer, though. Not the same... A different developer. But yeah, same publisher. Finally, an Ace Attorney for the red, white, and blue. I don't know how good it will be, but yeah, I'm definitely curious. One of these days, I will definitely play it. That entire series is a fucking fever dream in some ways. It's very nostalgic for a lot of people that might have grown up with those like older cartoons, the Hanna-Barbera cartoons. But if you were like me and you watched Boomerang, you watched it was just part of like the cartoons I watched. It was just like old cartoons, and some of them were pretty good, like Scooby-Doo and shit like that. Like they were on Boomerang. Or at least that was the channel that I had, was Boomerang. Which Boomerang, I guess. Boomer, Ha. I get it. But yeah, that was the cable TV channel that all the old cartoons were on. And they did have them on Cartoon Network at one stage. But yeah, they made a proper channel for all those cartoons. Just, going back to memory. Anyway, right. Like I said, we went on a side tangent here. A throwback channel. I think that's what it means, a throwback channel, like Boomerang, it comes back. But it's just, like, I'm thinking Boomer. I think that might also, like, just thinking on it, I think that might have also been part of it, because it was boomers that watched those cartoons. So yeah. The baby boomers. That was like their childhood, Anyway, let's continue. Moving on. Order. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation. I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public. And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew were quite limited. Terry Falls is one. The person who wrote the note, Valerie Hawthorne, is another. And finally, one more person. Did you say one more person? That's right. A person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, kitten? Yup. The third person that knew the contents of the note was... Hang on there, kitten. What is it, Mr. Armando? Here, I made some special cafe con leche for you. I put in plenty of sugar. Drink it up before it gets cold. Don't be shy. Why are you doing this? Your brain needs stimulation. Drink some of this and then think it over again. Listen, keep messing up like that and you're going to get the judge mad. Miss Faye, don't just stand there casually drinking coffee. Oops, I think it's too late. But, Your Honor, there is one more person. There's a person besides Mr. Falls and the victim that knew what the note said. That's right, a person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out yet, kitten? I was going to say, okay... And that person is Dahlia Hawthorne. Dahlia Hawthorne? I've never heard that name before. Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. There is her name right there. What's this?
So who is this person, this Dahlia Hawthorne?
Miss Fay must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life.
The dead?
Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago.
Killed in a crime? You don't mean...
Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls. You said she was killed, but was she really?
What are you implying?
Of course, people thought she had died 5 years ago, when she fell off Dusky Bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found.
She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead.
But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she was still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster. I believe that's the same age you are.
Even you couldn't. Miss Fay, you're not saying...
But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is, in fact, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
What? Nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a 3-alarm fire. But unless you can tie all the loose ends together, you're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist.
I understand. If I can expose her true nature, I can turn this whole case on its head. Now is my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm.
Witness, just who are you anyway?
I'm...
I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness.
Yes, I understand.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself. Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far. You don't mean... Yes. The prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all our witnesses.
What did he say?
It looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go.
No way! But then why?
If you hadn't revealed her secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony. So he made a little trade. Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
So then why is he still in jail if she's alive? If he was on a fucking murder charge for her, she's still alive. Then would it just be attempted murder?
But I thought she died 5 years ago. We thought so as well. But, well, as you can see...
Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years?
That has nothing to do with the current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime.
Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of victim. And now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder?
Really, Miss Fay? Really, Miss Fay? I must say your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost.
How dare you?
Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious. Her big sister.
Miss Fay must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her. What?
I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Miss Fay, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would this witness have for killing her beloved sister?
Well, you see, I thought I was winning, but somehow he's turned it around on me.
I think you need a little push in the right direction, kitten. The defense is prepared to... The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim. Supporting our claim.
That wasn't me. It was this guy. This crazy coffee addict.
I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. What makes you think they're empty, boy? Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets.
I am sweating bullets.
You think you're in a tough spot, huh?
Of course, aren't I?
No. You've just arrived at the moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you.
Okay.
Whether you win or lose, that's up to you.
Up to me?
The rashness of youth. How charming. The rashness of youth. How charming.
This coming from someone younger than me.
Now then, let's not waste any more time. Miss Fay, what motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne?
I guess it's just this. It's gotta be, right? Fuck, I haven't even saved. No, and victim's note, apparently. Because I presented Dahlia Hawthorne's profile. Okay. Man, I really gotta fucking save before I do these things. Yeah, victim's note. The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia, tell her this time, the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal to the whole world the whole truth.
The whole truth?
There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently.
Trust in the heart of the evidence or something. A terrific story, Miss Fay. If you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Fay. What was this secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne, and Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all.
Oh, yes, I know this secret. Oh, yes, I know this secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony.
What testimony?
Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago. We believe it will explain a lot of things. Such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. I keep wanting to say Hawthorne. Hawthorne. Again, this is my accent slipping in because I say Hawthorne. So to me, that's why my brain keeps going Hawthorne. It doesn't, it removes the R. Like what my brain does with pronouncing Hawthorne. It's like, yeah, there's not really an R. I don't say Hawthorne. Thorn. Orn. It's like Hawthorne. Or. It's that, like, yeah. It's that pronunciation that I have that fucks with me because, fucking hell. This is the trouble of having an accent that does not fucking pronounce its R's. This is the trouble of being a fucking Australian, or even having an English accent, because there's a lot of English accents that don't pronounce the R's. Unless you're from the south. If you're from the south of England, there might be a way that you can pronounce words. Like car, for instance. If you're from the south of England, you probably pronounce a lot of your R's. Yeah. Anyway. It doesn't have a breastplate. Something felt different about the design, took you a bit to notice. I don't think you pronounce R's, actually. Well, then how do you say, well, car, like, I'm gonna drive my car. I'm gonna drive my car to the park, and I'm going to, what other words? I'm going to retort. I'm going to retort the regulars. I don't know. Fucking just words that have like R at the end, or like it, like where they should be pronounced. Not the R's like at the start of a word. Like R, like rotary. It's usually like, it usually happens like after a vowel, I think. Well, see, a lot of people pronounce iron, like, they don't say iron, they say iron. So, I don't know. But then if I'm saying like, ironic, the irony. Like, that's different. Ironic, irony, It's like you pronounce it because it's different from iron, From a clothes iron, or like the metal of iron. So it probably just depends on the context. I don't think I've really heard very many Americans say iron. I've heard them say ironic and irony, like I do. But yeah, like, fucking accents, man. Why do we all sound different? Why can't we all just sound like this? They all sound like we're from the South. Like we're from Alabama. We're all related and we're all cousins. We're all cousins. That's good. I don't know. That's what I like. Fuck. Okay. I don't even know if I fucking pronounced that, if I fucking read that or not. Very well, I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf? Oh my god, he is Canadian. Oh my god, he is Canadian. You wish you sounded like Buzzy. But Blue, you are Buzzy. Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge. Putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia. But this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles. "5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister, Valerie, brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind.
This is the real way to speak, and all of you wish you spoke like me. I am the language God took from you when you build that stupid goddamn tower.
Oh, God. He was there at the Tower of Babel. Oh, God, he's a spirit inhabiting Buzz, isn't he? That's why he has moments of, like, clarity where he says just the smartest shit, but, like, because he's stuck inside a toy, his soul does not have much brain power. Did I just make fucking lore for this character? Like, I just invented some new fucking lore. Holy fucking shit. Turns out he's an immortal being stuck in a fucking toy. Similar to how, you know, the Soaring Neverlander, you know, the pirate guy, the pirate ghost, whatever you want to call him. Except he's more aware. With this being the next retro review. Yeah, sure, why not? The ghost who creates the Tower of Babel, or God himself? Well, who ordered the, like, which, was it like, it was obviously a Babylonian king or something. I don't even know, like, hang on. King of Babylon, I guess. King of Babylon. Hammurabi. Hammurabi. Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar the Great. Nebuchadnezzar. 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 I mean, that's the whole lore. You know, because we didn't... Because you're talking people 2,000 years ago who don't exactly know how languages formed, and they just went, it must be because God clicked the button and now we can't understand each other. Never mind the fact that that's not how language works. By virtue of simply the fucking Bible from 2,000 years ago, not Bible, but like fucking, you know, Jewish texts and stuff like that. Like, Hebrew and all that being different to the modern Hebrew. And English being also different. But yeah, mythology is a funny thing. Something you've been doing research on for your webcomic. I mean, you know, that's good. Nebuchadnezzar. What? I think I've heard this name before. Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar. I think that's how you pronounce it. Nebuchadnezzar. 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 I think that's how you pronounce it. I feel like I've heard that name before. Like someone talking about it and everything. Okay, Nimrod. Nimrod. The ruler associated with the Tower of Babel. Nimrod. So I guess it's the ghost of Nimrod.
Nebuchadnezzar.
Nebuchadnezzar. Okay. He pronounced it. I kind of like the name Nimrod. Just kind of sounds funny. Nimrod sounds like a name that's like, that's backwards. Like Dorman, you know? Dormin. It just kind of sounds like, you know, Undertale and Deltarune, you know? So it's like it's some kind of anagram. Nimrod. Rimdon. Domnir. Domnir. I tried to build a staircase to heaven. You Nimrod. You can't get to heaven. Heaven's a different dimension, dumbass. It's not in the literal fucking sky. Trust me, I know this. I've been up there. The planet is round, too. You're a fucking idiot. But the planet is built on foundations in the firmament. You're a fucking idiot. I've been up there. It's fucking round, you dickhead. Been to Mars, too. It's nice people there, though they're gonna die in a few years. Not enough water. What the fuck am I talking about? Alright. New law for Mars. I'm getting distracted. You kicked me back down because I tried flirting with the angels. What can I say? They were all androgynous. They both looked male and female. I couldn't even tell which one was which. Are you talking about biblically accurate angels, or, you know, angels in the way we think we see them? What are you talking about? They were biblically accurate angels. What? I'm into that shit. Thousands of eyes watching me? Oh, I get off on that. The fuck? Oh yeah, give me an eye job, baby. That's what I want from one of those angels. Or are we talking angels from, you know, angels from Bayonetta? God damn it. Alright, I need to stop this shit. Getting distracted. We haven't even fucking read through this entire testimony yet. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life. The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe after all that she murdered her sister? Preposterous. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Fay? Yes, Your Honor? As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle with your cross-examination. Mr. Edgeworth got the jump on me again. If we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up. We've still got that info. That ace up our sleeve. What info? Come on, kitten. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. That's right. It was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us in the lobby. I do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by... Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie, too. As the face of a judge who has no idea how to process all of this. You know, if we'd gotten the other judge, would he have done the same thing? I feel as though I want to have more faith in him, but I think he's just as gullible. Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret. I need to save. I've already lost my fucking... Did you and Mr. Falls have a relationship? Yes, as a tutor. You were tutoring him, Mr. Falls? No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. Mr. Falls came to the house to tutor me. That makes sense. 5 years ago, she was only 14. He probably came up with the kidnapping plan during that time. I think this judge is more aware than the usual guy. We still love him, he's just a little stupid sometimes, and that's okay. The Hawthorns are in the jewelry. The Hawthorns are in the jewelry trade and are quite wealthy, you see. Quite the clever fellow. Quite the clever fellow, that Mr. Falls. Did I hear him right? Did he just call Mr. Falls a clever fellow? The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. I heard the diamond is valued in the neighborhood of $2 million. $2 million? It was still uncut, so it was about the size of a pint of milk. A $2 million pint of milk. I don't know what to think about that. The defendant demanded that her sister Valerie make the exchange. Not as a detective, of course, but as an individual. By the way, I want to ask you, Mr. Edgeworth, why do you think he wanted to make the exchange up there on that mountain? If he ever got surrounded, it would be hard to escape. There's one thing a kidnapper wants to prevent, and that's police involvement. You want me to read the judge's voice with an ooh voice? In a place like that, it would be easy to tell if he was being followed. With only one entrance to the mountain, he was ensuring his safety. What a wickedly clever man that Mr. Falls is. Yeah, right. It was all your plan. Anyway, Valerie brought the diamond to the mountain and... That was a dangerous thing to do, considering you were being held hostage. Yes, but actually, that saved my life. What do you mean? What do you... Fuck, I got... What do you mean? What do you mean? What, why... Okay, I'll read it when he says something else. You see, Mr. Falls was holding a knife in his right hand. Somehow I just knew he was going to use it. I knew he was going to use that knife to kill me. And that's why my sister shot him. It was to save me. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I'd like to hear more about what happened right at that moment. Well, when Mr. Falls was shot in the right arm, he let go of me. I was dazed. I turned to try and run away, but Mr. Falls turned to grab me as well. As I ran past, he and I locked eyes for a second, and he gave me a large, bloodthirsty grin. Bloodthirsty grin? Oh! Bloodthirsty Gwyn? Oh. What the fuck is he turned into? Bloodthirsty Gwyn. You know, I this entire time, his eyes have been the weirdest thing for me. Those fucking eyes of his. And in the next instant... He sounds like Elmer now. The same energy as Washambi Shwimp. Wabbit season. I can make him sound more anime uwu, or try. Like as in like anime girl. It's gonna sound fucking weird though. I advise the court to remember that the river is 18 feet deep and incredibly swift. I was a strong swimmer, but I was knocked out. When I came to, I had been carried away by the river to a strange place. I'll never forget that day. A crumbling bridge, nowhere to run. Then just one little shove from behind. That was it. Before my sister could catch me, I fell into the river. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. And that's why you hid your identity? Yes. I only told my sister. Valerie Hawthorne, eh? Valerie Hawthorne, eh? Nah, fuck it. I can't do that. Valerie Hawthorne, eh? Fucking... Oh, God damn it. Valerie Hawthorne. God damn. Alright. Yes, she's the only one who knew about me. Meanwhile, legally, this witness has been deceased for 5 years. I didn't ever want something like that to happen to me again. How would I pronounce... Ort? 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 Arab? Hmm? Or, like, because, I mean, AU usually is like or, you know? But yeah, like, I wouldn't say the R, I guess, or. But it just sounds like ought, as in like, ought, like you ought to know, you know? It's the tism way you say art. Autism. Or autism. Artism and autism. Autism. Art. Art. Autism. Artism. Artist. 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 Autist. Yeah, you know. Artist and autist. What is the difference? Nothing! They're both fucking autistic. My brain just went autistic for some fucking reason. Somebody nicknamed Mork. Well, you Mork from Orc? Nanu? Shazbot. Anyway, am I artistic or autistic? Yes. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life. And that identity was Melissa Foster, right? Yes. My sister helped me get the official paperwork taken care of. Autistic. Autastic sounds like a catchphrase. You draw, then autistic. Well, the thing is, artistic, an artistic autist. Artistically autistic artist. Goddamn. That makes sense. Without an insider's help, doing all the paperwork would have been impossible. She was the only person left in the world I could count on. And you think I killed her? There's no way I could.
It's the moment of truth for this witness, too. Once the truth about this staged kidnapping comes out, everyone in the court will know how much of a Jezebel she really is.
I've just got to prove that the kidnapping was a hoax. Okay, I'm a little bit stumped, and also I'm getting fucking distracted, from everything. Okay, so apparently this. Artistic artist like my buddy Red. Red Rio piss. Piece of piss. Yeah, for once I'm being distracted by chatting, and for once arse is not a part of it. We're also distracting ourselves. I think you guys are. You're definitely distracting yourselves from everything. Anyway, you say that Mr. Falls pushed you into the Eagle River? However, that's hard to believe. But it's true. I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Falls. I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said that's hard to believe. I should have said that's impossible. Impossible? I asked that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind, as you have claimed, instead of being carried away by the river,
digging up the evidentiary by a pail of incredulous Justin Edgeworth B.
Did this motherfucker just edge us on about talking about Edgeworth edging? The motherfucker just edged us all. Right, anyway. You would have been smashed by the bedrock below. A most certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible. Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then. But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference. You're right, if the events occurred just as the witnesses testified. You're right. If the events occurred just as the witness has testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Fuck. Then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Oh, God. Okay, I'm gonna stop with the ooh voice. I couldn't fucking do it. I couldn't do it seriously. Anyway, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this? You see, Just a moment, Your Honor. It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. What do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. If that's true, then she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct?
Now that you mention it, I do remember now when I fell off the bridge. My skirt got caught in one of the bridge's side wires.
You can't be serious. He had calm his eyes there for a second. I didn't even notice. Order! Order in the court! It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion.
Not now, Mia. This is no time to retreat.
Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault. What?
I believe your reasoning went something like this, Miss Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible.
Ridiculous! Oh, no, I see. Hang on. Yeah, that's a very different look. Yeah, that's not his usual look. Yeah. That's a very different look. I can agree. Yeah, that's a very Von Karma-esque. Ridiculous. What's so impossible about it? Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. I don't know. I'm gonna have a look at this. Yeah, it is this. Your Honor, all the answers are right here in this photo. I suspected correctly. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extended up about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there.
No!
But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like that wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over. So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls had been shot right in the arm. And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. So, Mr. Falls throwing the witness off the bridge? That is clearly impossible. The rails, they met minimum safety standards, and then you were joking. Well, turns out the riders weren't joking. Order! Order! What is the meaning of this? Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into the Eagle River intentionally. What? What is this? Indeed, what do you mean by such a ridiculous remark?
Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun and handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into a raging river like that would have been suicide.
Perhaps, but still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current.
But even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river.
Oh, then what? Then what was it? What was so important that she'd want to jump into the river?
The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of Eagle River.
The diamond.
5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up to the mountain with her. The $2 million diamond.
No. It can't be.
Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million, she was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping. And the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack.
Why, that's simply ridiculous. Order! 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 Your Honor, 5 years ago the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan?
This woman is a demon. And there was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well? But she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping?
Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder.
What do you mean by that?
On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister Dahlia, and then she told her what she was planning to do.
Planning to do? She was going to tell the whole truth, as she wrote in her note.
That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill two birds with one stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
Who is that, laughing at a time like this?
Forgive me. It's just hilarious.
Witness? Is that you?
You amuse me, woman. Miss Mia Fey. You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally. You have the evidence to back it up, don't you? Evidence? Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14, I plotted it with Mr. Falls and my sister. Well, And one more thing. What happened?
Nap girl, you fucked up for real, for real.
For real? What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that.
Well, Miss Fey?
I don't know. What a joke. You, Miss Fey? Are you stupid or something? How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Well, it seems that we've come to an end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I am forced to reject the assertions made by the defense.
Of course you are. Is this it? Is it really over? Is it really over? That girl's made a fool of me and there's nothing I can do about it.
Without evidence, the trial is over? Who decided that?
Mr. Armando.
Come on now, kitten. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony.
Testimony?
On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Fall's stolen car, and then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right?
Yes, that's right.
In that case, there's only one answer, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. And who's the one person who can testify to that demon woman's crimes?
Yeah, it's Terry Falls. I had to check that because again I haven't saved fucking. I'm like, well, he's the only person, but I was thinking, Valerie? Could she? Are we gonna be like channeling a spirit? Like how every time, whether it be Phoenix or Mia, they get so deep in their theories, and then the witness goes, yeah, but evidence. And they're just like, oh god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, but evidence.
Oh god. My evidence is I made it the fuck up! How do you like that, Judge?
No.
Fuck!
Sorry, but you gotta provide evidence. I can't give a ruling unless you provide evidence.
Damn it. What's my next move? Testimony!
Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness.
A new witness?
Yes. We would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls.
The defendant?
There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was.
Valerie, she did all this crap? Hell yeah. And sister, here's a bird for you.
Bub's frick. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was, in fact, her younger sister, Dahlia, disguises her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all. And that person is Terry Falls.
Oh, we get a raid. Alcoholic. For a second I thought your name was Alcoholic.
The sexy Alcotic is raiding the stream with some really cute butts.
But
Yeah.
thank you for the raid.
I think I kind of beat her score by a lot.
Welcome, Raiders. Oh, it's Peace. Oh, hey, Peace. I guess you are to blame for this.
I think I can do better. Nah.
But thank you for the raid. Welcome, everyone. This is, we're up to the 4th case of Trials and Tribulations. And, yeah. So this is... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. Just had to stretch. So, yeah. Guys... I know some of you probably haven't played this before and probably don't want to be spoiled on it, so I understand if you want to go lurk. But also, I understand it's really late. It's like 1 a.m., actually nearly 2 a.m. Eastern time. So I totally get if you need to go duck off and have sleeps and have a streak. I don't know, whatever you needed to go do. Feel free to go do that. But if you want to stay here, lurk or chat, it's also fine. I think we've just got this testimony, and then that's the end of this this trial. And then it's on to the fifth one, which I will play possibly Sunday, I think. Or Saturday for most of you. But anyway, guys, good to see you. Anyway, good to see you, Peace, as well. And nice to meet you, Alcotic. When I read it, for some reason my brain goes alcoholic. But thank you for the raid. Also, apparently Azrael Dreamer is here. Apparently Azrael is in chat. Guys, we got Azrael in chat. All we need now is Toriel. And that'll complete the harem. Yeah, just the harem of 2 people. That's all. Well, actually, Rolsey. Okay, we'll add Rolsey. Even though Rolsey's technically could be a clone of Azrael in some way, but we don't really know for sure yet. Shit. Anyway. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what's your take on this? Why not? The prosecution has no objection. Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand.
This is my last chance, Mr. Falls. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have. You're all I have left.
Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes?
I don't believe it. No way. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valley betrayed me.
Mr. Falls?
Till it's cool, just cool, then into the
And
mouth.
thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, Azrael Dreamer. We've always wanted Azrael to follow us. Oh dear. Oh man. Anyway,
I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive, and you were used for $2 million.
That's not true.
Mr. Falls, there's only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet?
It was Valerie Hawthorne. Or was it Dahlia Hawthorne? Dahlia. Did you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised never ever betray each other.
what is that expression, Mark? Oh my god. See, Mark has all these interesting emotes. Icarus 3 flirty. I'm surprised Mark hasn't you love Femboy Australia. Oh god. Femboy Australia. What is Femboy Australia? Oh shit. Oh god. Yeah, Alcotic, yeah. Seriously?
Till it's cool, just cool, then into the mouth.
Nice. So thank you for the follow, Alcotic. And also, thanks again for the raid. Yeah, go sleep. Go dream about lots
Till
of
it's cool, just
things.
cool, then into the mouth.
And thank you for the follow, Dr. Plebeian.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you. Again, guys, if you need to go sleep, go do that. You need sleep. It's responsible. Dream of beer. Dream of beer, dream of titties or ass, whatever you into. Titty, TNA, the D, the P. Whatever. Go do that. Seriously, it's healthy to sleep. You need sleep. Tig old bitties. But yes, thank you. Thanks again. Yeah, hope to see you. I'll check out your channel as well after this stream. So yeah, I'll go follow you to return the favor. So yeah, and yes, you too, Peace. You too. I'm sorry I haven't been around lately. I just been busy, and also I tend to lurk anyways and never really say shit. So, but yeah, I hope we can catch up soon. That'd be nice. But have a good sleep. But anyway, we had a friggin'. Oh, okay, no, it's all right. It's just an ad break that's starting soon. I'm just gonna snooze it for just this little bit. But anyway, guys, yeah. Good night. Have a good sleep. Sleep well. Sweet dreams. All that jazz. See you guys around. I'll be continuing this until the end. Anyway, continuing.
Terry. Dahlia. It's true. It's true. You are alive.
You don't trust me anymore? That makes me sad.
Tell the truth. The real truth. I believed in you.
I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know.
But there was one thing that I will say.
Fuck. But there is one thing that I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry.
Dahlia.
I will allow Mr. Falls to testify once and only once. And once only.
Peter, we have a buckle design. No. Oh, dear.
Well then, Mr. Falls, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Witness? I'm sorry, I apologize.
Water. Please, water. Can't talk. Need water.
Oh well, I guess it'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and bitterer than hell itself.
Whoa.
Do it, Snitchiner. Send the demon to hell, burn the witch, reveal the vampire to the sun, strike the wolf with silver. Here's the bad news. This happens before the trial with Phoenix. So, yeah. She's going to get away with it. But how? That's the question. How is she going to get away with it? All right.
That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of Bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on Bridge. I watched my car from Bridge. I never put no body in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked. Then she left. That was Valerie, not my Dahlia.
Mr. Falls, you're covering for her. Do you think she would do the same for you?
That's enough, Miss Fay. His last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial. Well then, Miss Fay, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Is this how you want it to end, Mr. Falls? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence?
There's only one person who can stop it. You, kitten, I think.
Okay. I'm gonna look at... Fuck it. Okay. Witness photo on any of the statements. Okay. Alright. Witness photo. So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge. You're sure of that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You're sure, huh? Well, then I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure that you're lying.
Huh? What? What?
Oh, I would love to hear your rationale on this, Miss Fay. You want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Fucking hell. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right?
But that's the victim at the end of the bridge.
Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Mr. Falls? Please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth.
I got there around 4 o'clock. It's true. I had somewhere to go. A special place.
Did you go to this special place before you went to the bridge?
Yeah. It's an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love.
A memento?
5 years ago, I hid it under base of tree there.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, it's that thing. Oh no. Wow, this woman is evil. This woman is really evil.
It's a special memory from me. This is it. This is what I want to get.
This little bottle on a necklace is your memento? It's quite charming, but it looks empty.
Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock. But he then left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car.
No!
Leans in and whispers, "What is that?" Yeah. So, yeah, the first trial of Trials and Tribulations. We played as Mia. We were defending Phoenix. It's a case from the past, obviously, because, you know, Mia died in the first game, the second trial. Which if you know... I don't know if that's spoilers, but it you know, it's basically the main plot point of the first game. But yeah, so Phoenix was dating her, and yeah, she tried to frame him for a murder. And that was a thing that she gave to Phoenix to, like, hide, because she poisoned someone in the courtroom. She's known for killing a lot of people. She is evil. She is a fucking serial murderer. That's the thing. And I was like, that's why I was so confused at the start what her name was. I'm like,
I don't think her name was Melissa. Anyway. Indeed, there certainly was enough time for it.
I've still got a chance. Mr. Falls, there's no mistaking it. Huh? Mr. Falls?
That's enough. Please.
Witness.
I promised her 5 years ago. If it ever happens that we can't trust each other no more, then we're supposed to drink bottle.
No! Stop the trial! Your Honor, we need a recess.
I was stupid. Couldn't keep promise. So I did it. I drank this.
No, we were so close. Just a little more. I was going to prove your innocence.
No, don't want that. Don't trust self. Maybe kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia again.
Mr. Falls!
Mr. Armando. Thanks for the coffee.
Mr. Falls!
Mr. Falls fell.
And so my first trial ended. Suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners. Only losers. I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul, I thought it'd never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the younger prosecutor as well. But one person, the true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face.
Unforgivable, that witch.
Mr. Armando.
We're so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. And we're just a little too soft, kitten.
It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself.
Don't cry, kitten. You're going to make my coffee all salty.
I knew it. I knew I wasn't cut out for this.
Mia.
Aye, it's his theme.
Don't you get it? You can't cry yet. Oh, he broke it. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over.
Fucking hell, that was kind of awesome. He broke that fucking cup, just squeezing it. Shit. Mr. Armando. No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time. Then you file them away and eventually forget them.
One year later, in this very same courthouse, I myself got wrapped up in that case. Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect angelic smile on her face.
It was finally over. At least that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all this. Alright, episode 4, Turnabout Beginnings, the end. Oh boy. Bridge to the Turnabout. Okay. This is going to be an interesting one, I reckon. Okay. All right. Well, that's going to be where I end off. It is nearly 3:30 my time. I know it's nearly 2:30 for people on the east coast of the US and Canada. Well, I say coast. Eastern time, because you don't necessarily have to be on the coast to have Eastern time. But yeah. Yes. 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 All right. That was something. I you know. This is I'd always liked this franchise, but I think now that I'm older and can actually like process things a lot better. Like, I mean, hell, even though I played this initially 10 years ago, probably a little bit longer than that, probably more like 12 years ago, you know, I was still kind of immature, you know. But I think as I've gotten older and just, you know, as you become an adult, you learn things and you become more wiser to certain things. Yeah. This is, yeah. I gotta say, this is definitely one of my favorite franchises. It's up there in the top 10. So the trouble is, what's it going to replace? Probably nothing. I'm probably just going to have it as like number 11. I don't know. I can never do top 10s. I was thinking of like other things like to leave out and like, honorable mentions. No, you know. Anyway. Oh, and yeah, I guess it's also midnight for Central Time, because I know Mark's in Texas, so but yeah. Anyway, guys, this is gonna be it. So dibbly-doo potatoes. Let's see. There's a couple of people playing some Phoenix Wright. And there's some other people as well. Other people are streaming. Excuse me. Let's see. Fuck it, I'm just gonna send you guys to Heason Eat. Okay, you gotta remember the emotes, of course. All right.
Yeah. Well, I'll send you guys to He's Neat. Oh, of course. That's all right. All right. We'll start the raid. We're going to be raiding He's Neat. He's Neat's playing Dark Souls 2. But guys, aren't we all butt guys? I guess some of us aren't guys, but you know, I guess some of us aren't butt guys. But look, if you're not a butt guy, then why aren't? Anyway, that aside, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for dropping by, say hello. Whatever you did, thank you very much. You're awesome. Hope you realize that. I'll see you again for the next one, whenever that may be. Because I know I did say I'm going to be streaming tonight. Later on, I know some of you guys are still going to be asleep by then. So if you can make it, good. If you can't, understand. Anyway, see you for the next one. And thanks again for the raid from Alcotic. I'll go check out the channel, but you don't remember to do that. And yeah, thank you for the follow from Azriel, Alcotic again, and Dr. Plebeian. And yeah, everyone else, thanks again. As always, no matter where you're in the world, no matter what time it is, stay safe, nice day, and yeah, let's send our love over to He's Neat. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. All right. Bye. Yeah, bye. Yeah, bye. 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 Bye.